Hey, what do it, y'all? Swish Entertainment put y'all on to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities like, but first on these little favorite done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell. It's well that we research your channel put y'all on to this story. Now today we talk about the NBA player Zion Williamson, as on Thursday, a woman had filed a lawsuit against him claiming to be one of his exes. The woman alleged that Zion Williamson had kidnapped, raped, and terrorized her on multiple occasions throughout their years-long relationship. This lawsuit was filed in the city of Los Angeles on Thursday by an anonymous woman going by the pseudonym of Jane Doe. The anonymous Jane Doe claimed that she had begun dating Zion Williamson in the year 2018 when Zion Williamson was playing for the Blue Devils, which is a Duke University basketball team. The woman next had stayed in the year 2020, just a little more than a year after Zion Williamson left the Blue Devils to join the NBA team, the New Orleans Pelicans, alleges that Zion Williamson had raped and assaulted her in Southern California. The woman claims that she had visited Zion Williamson's Beverly Hills home. She alleges that upon her visitation to Zion Williamson's home, that on the date of September 23rd in 2020, the violent incident had transpired. The lawsuit filed continuing forward has said that she had told Zion Williamson that she was tired and wanted to go to sleep. Zion Williamson allegedly did not take kindly to this, as the lawsuit filer claims that Zion Williamson had called her stuck up and the B word. Zion Williamson, according to this woman, had basically told her that she had no choice and that she could not go to sleep without having sexual intercourse with him. Venturing forward in the lawsuit, the woman alleged that Zion Williamson had pinned her to the bed and had begun sexually assaulting her. Following this, the woman accused Zion of taking her phone, throwing it, choking her, and screaming at her for talking too much. The anonymous Jane Doe also claimed that Zion Williamson smelled like alcohol during the entire encounter. By about 2.5 weeks later, specifically on October 10th in 2020, the anonymous Jane Doe claims that she was sexually assaulted by Zion Williamson once again, as he was infuriated with her as she wanted to visit her friends in San Diego. Following Zion Williamson having allegedly committed another act of rape, he would proceed to steal Jane Doe's phone and her laptop, as this would take away her ability to get access to medical care. The lawsuit, when given further details on these two incidents, will quote-unquote state, these two incidents were not isolated. Williamson continued to abuse, rape, assault, and batter plaintiff in California and other states, including Louisiana and Texas, until the relationship ended in 2023. The lawsuit also presents claims that Zion Williamson had strangled the anonymous Jane Doe on multiple occasions, specifically saying that the NBA player strangled the woman with such force that she reasonably feared for her life and eventually lost consciousness multiple times between 2020 and 2023 in California and Louisiana. The woman then alleged that Zion Williamson had threatened to have a security guard shoot her in the head, and that he also had threatened to have a security kill her parents as well. The lawsuit brings up another incident that allegedly transpired in the year 2022, claiming that Zion Williamson had pointed a gun to her head, which had caused her to fear for her life. The accuser also presented a slew of other allegations against the NBA player in her lawsuit, accusing him of kicking her with his feet and punching her with his hands. She in addition alleged that Zion Williamson would force her to leave her apartment and would intentionally imprison her in a car, as he would have her transported to another location. She continued on to bring up another alleged incident, claiming she tried to escape the vehicle, and Zion Williamson, in order to prevent her from escaping, had slammed her head between a door, causing her to fall unconscious. When looking further into the lawsuit, Jane Doe claims that Zion Williamson, during the acts that he had committed, was on cocaine and alcohol. Jane Doe's attorney Sam E. Taylor of the Lanier Law Firm has spoken with TMZ Sports on Friday and can be quoted as saying, "We don't want to litigate this case in the media, but I will say this is a very serious case as reflected in the pleadings that have been filed, and our client looks forward to her day in court to see justice in this matter." So Jane Doe's attorney had expressed that she is optimistic in making an appearance in court to testify against Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson's attorney has spoken with TMZ Sports, promising to combat the allegations that were presented in the lawsuit filed by the anonymous Jane Doe. The NBA player Zion Williamson's attorney, when speaking with TMZ Sports, can be quoted as saying, "We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and we unequivocally deny them. The allegations contained in the complaint are categorically false and reckless. This appears to be an attempt to exploit a professional athlete driven by a financial motive rather than any legitimate grievance. Mr. Williamson and the plaintiff never dated, but did maintain a consensual, casual relationship that began more than 6 years ago, when he was 18 years old. That relationship ended years ago. At no point during or immediately after that relationship did the plaintiff raise any concerns. Only after the friendship ended did she begin demanding millions of dollars." Mr. Williamson reported the plaintiff's extortion attempts to law enforcement. "We understand that an arrest warrant was issued in connection with that report, and we are prepared to provide the court with documentation that supports these facts. Mr. Williamson also intends to file counterclaims and seek significant damages for this defamatory lawsuit. While these allegations are false, we recognize the seriousness of the claims and welcome the opportunity to prove the truth in court. We are confident that the legal process will expose the truth and fully vindicate Mr. Williamson." So Zion Williamson's attorney had denied that Zion Williamson had ever dated this anonymous Jane Doe, but instead was in a casual relationship with this woman that was consensual. The attorney continued on to state that this lawsuit was filed with the intent of gaining financially rather than having justice served. The attorney had also made the claim that the anonymous Jane Doe did not begin asking for incredulous amounts of money until Zion Williamson and her friendship had ended. The attorney had conveyed that Zion Williamson had reported the anonymous Jane Doe's extortion attempts to law enforcement. The attorney venturing forward had conveyed that they are of the understanding that an arrest warrant was issued in connection to Zion Williamson's report. The attorney is claiming that they have court documentation that will support the facts that were given in Zion Williamson's report. Zion Williamson's attorney had also spoken on his intentions to file counterclaims and seek significant damages for the defamatory lawsuit. Now it has recently been discovered that adult film star Moriah Mills has been in preparation to file a lawsuit against the NBA player Zion Williamson. This woman in 2023 claimed to have had a fling with Zion Williamson, but it did not gain enough suspension or traction. Her claims have made headlines, but with time, they were never determined as true. TMZ Sports have claimed that they have learned that Moriah Mills had made the decision to consult Tony Buzbee. Tony Buzbee, of course, is an attorney who is known in particular for representing the accusers of Diddy and Deshaun Watson. TMZ Sports have said that Tony Buzbee reached out to them on Friday, just hours after the anonymous Jane Doe had filed a lawsuit against Zion Williamson, claiming that Tony Buzbee had said that Moriah Mills had reached out to her to file her own litigation. Tony Buzbee had informed TMZ Sports that for now, he is currently evaluating the claims made by Moriah Mills. Moriah Mills in 2023 had put out a myriad of posts on X about Zion Williamson. She would even make the claim that she had a fling with Zion Williamson just days prior to him announcing that he was expecting a child with another woman. Moriah Mills has also sent out a message directed to Zion Williamson. She can be quoted saying, "I just hope you change your ways because your job and your family and your legacy is on the line." She had also put out a public video directed at the allegations that Zion Williamson is currently faced with. That video will be provided for viewers to watch shortly.
Everybody deserves a chance to be heard, and I hope me and any of the other victims, I just hope we all get justice. And the amount of bashing, humiliation, slander, and that I've been receiving these last 3 years have been a lot, and it's causing me a lot of stress, emotional distress, and I just hope we all can come to justice and this all can be resolved and nobody has to relive all these things ever again.
Now, Moriah Mills in this video appeared to be emotionally distraught. Notice how she referred to herself and others as victims. Now, when Moriah Mills has spoken on Zion Williamson in 2023, she did not make a mere mention of having been sexually assaulted or assaulted, period, by this individual. She only made claims that she had sex tapes with the NBA player that she plans to release. Her release of these alleged sex tapes never ended up occurring. Moriah Mills was consulted in the city of Los Angeles, particularly downtown, and she was asked about what she plans to ask for in her potential lawsuit. She, in response, refused to give up any details about her plans for a potential lawsuit. Zion Williamson, however, has denied the allegations presented against him in the lawsuit filed by the anonymous Jane Doe. These unspeakable accusations that have been put on Zion Williamson's name are expected to be dealt with in court. But yeah, let's go. Cap pause video, let me y'all think in the comments. What do you all think of the lawsuit that was filed against the NBA player Zion Williamson on the day of Thursday by the anonymous Jane Doe? What do you all think of the representative and attorney Tony Buzbee once again being chosen to file a lawsuit against another high-profile celebrity? And to cap that out, what do you all think of the video that Moriah Mills had posted in connection to Zion Williamson's case? Let all let me know in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.